About myself a cheerleader.
I actually felt sluggish after watching the video. You know, I couldn't understand anything you were singing. It was lifeless. Why am I still watching this?
Think I'm pretty? Do I make you feel like cheating? I'm like, no, not really.
Okay, Chad, it's your turn. Now I'm going to start off by quoting one of my favorite stage directors of all time. His name's Freddie Santos, and he once told me that the difference between an amateur singer and a good singer is that an amateur singer will just sing the notes of a song, whereas a good singer sings the lyric. So sing the lyric. Of course, in a song like this, the lyrics really aren't that profound, so there's only so much you can do. But when it's slowed down like this and made the sound more intimate, as if you're singing to just one person, you want to bring out the sincerity of the words. Because if you don't, you end up looking like you're trying too hard. And I think that was what the case was here. It also seemed as if you were watching yourself while doing this video, as if you were trying to make sure that you looked good while singing. And if you're focused too much on how you look, you end up compromising all the other important stuff, like singing from the heart. If I were you, I would have just like looked into the camera, sat still, and then just let all the emotions take over. Try that in your next video, okay? Also, the rehearsed actions, it doesn't help. It really doesn't help. Try to avoid that in the next one. I want to be able to see you just sing straight into the camera. Don't think about how you look. Think about what you're saying. Think about what you're singing. If I had to be a stickler, I would have wanted you to change the phrasing a little bit more, change your patterns, change stuff like that. It still sounded a little bit like the original song. So yeah, I mean, instead of singing something like "When I need motivation, my one solution is my queen," instead you could have, just been a little bit more adventurous. When I need motivation, my one solution is my queen. And that would have made it a little bit more interesting and more fresh to the ears. So yeah, try that out. You have the capabilities. You're a good singer. You can do the runs. Obviously R&B is your forte, so you have a lot of potential there. So the next time you do a video, try to take this all in. You can go far in this competition. I really believe that. Just make sure that you focus on the lyric. Good luck next time. Okay, so Joy, you took on a really huge song, Chandelier by Sia. Now, I thought you sang it okay, I thought you sang it alright, but there were some problem areas that could have used some improvement. For one thing, this song is supposed to be very uplifting and triumphant, but I wasn't getting enough of that from you. Perhaps it was because of the technique you were using. This song really requires a belter to really drive the message of the song home. I think there really has to be more power and intensity behind the vocals. I think you should work to improve your chest tone a little bit more. I think you have it in you. You possibly are held back by fear or a lack of confidence, but that can always be worked on, and you just have to keep practicing. You also have to work on support. You had a tendency to go flat, especially during some of the higher notes, so watch out for that. I really wanted to believe that you could fly like a bird in the night, or that you could live like tomorrow doesn't exist. But it just wasn't resonating with me enough. I was still looking for that huge impact. Okay, so yeah, work on those things, and also start believing in yourself. I think you have a lovely voice. You really do. You just have to practice a little bit more, and don't be afraid to let go and go all out, and to sing at the top of your lungs like you were singing from the chandelier.
Oh, we keep this love in photograph. We make these memories for
All right, Kim. Now I won't skirt around it and pretend it's not there. We do have to address the elephant in the room. It is apparent that you do have a bit of a speech impediment, particularly when you pronounce words that contain the letter S. Now, I'm no stranger to this. In fact, I've worked with professional singers who have the same problem. And yes, it can get a little distracting, but this can be minimized with enough practice. That being said, I thought you sounded really good. You have good control, and you sang mostly in tune, far more consistently than many of the other contestants in this competition. However, this week was all about adding a new spin to current hits, and I really didn't hear that in your performance. I was looking for something that would surprise me, and you didn't offer anything different. You didn't offer anything new compared to the original. So if you do go on to the next round, remember to stick to the program. You have a great instrument. Don't be afraid to play around with it a little bit more, because I know you can do it.
something so right, doing the wrong thing.
Good job, Paolo. I think you really nailed it vocally. You sang in tune, which thus far has been a bit of a rarity. So that really comes to me as a huge relief. I feel like you could have pushed the arrangement in a slightly different direction and really made it your own. But that's okay. You did enough to make it sound a little fresh. You're young and talented, and I think you're only going to get better as time goes by. If I had to nitpick, I would like you to pay more attention to your diction, the way you pronounce certain words like dollars and stuff like that. Sometimes if there's something off about it, then it can either be endearing or it can be distracting. Just be mindful of that. Other than that, I think you had a very impressive performance, and I'd like to see more of what you can do in the future.